Hit me with your best shot.
A well-behaved woman is trim and proper. Chores always done, not a hair out of place. When the husband comes home, she greets him with a smile.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Are you tired of Hitler?
I feel no shame.
Okay, one liar as a kid can find another liar.
I want that stricken from the record.
How else is she gonna learn if she doesn't have a feather?
I could go fuck in the big house.
You're a mess, girl.
I am here to audition for Babysitters Club extras. I brought my own hammer.
That line always gets me.
Always bring your own hammer.
Always.
Welcome back to another episode of Well-Behaved Women. I'm B, as always, joined by my co-host, the lovely Lauren.
Hello.
We are once again without Hannah. She's never coming back. Get over it. They shipped her body off into space instead of back here from Italy.
Baby, come back.
She's never coming back for me. I was wrong. She's on the space odyssey.
The zombie, come back.
Oh, there it is. She might be back next week, but I don't know.
She's still in Italy doing fancy
She's still
bitch.
gone.
She's still doing fancy bitch shit.
She's on vacation, living it up.
So we're going to do another little, silly one, which I thought might be nice and seasonal.
Fuck yeah.
Atmospheric ghost lighting is a phenomenon.
Sounds like a band.
Phenomenon.
No, atmosphere and ghost lighting sounds like a band name.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a 2010s not quite emo punk, but also not quite indie, something in the
What was it again?
Very emotional.
Atmospheric ghost
lighting.
All right, we play a game where we have a list. I wish Annika was here right now. Atmospheric ghost lighting. Mm-hmm. I'll remember it for later.
It is a phenomenon that occurs when there is an oxidation of phosphine, diphosphane, or methane. These are the most produced by organic decay.
Yeah, fart clouds, nice.
Yeah, fuck yeah. They have bioluminescent and chemiluminescent effects.
Can you imagine a glow-in-the-dark fart?
Amazing.
Oh.
I mean, when you light them on fire, it does glow in the dark for a second.
I suppose that's true. Mm-hmm.
We can create our own. This happens most commonly in humid environments and has been observed around the world.
Mm-hmm. Lighting farts on fire.
Sure, yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's the one, not not atmospheric ghost lighting. We're atmospheric, the ghosts of meals past.
Atmospheric fart igniting. That's what we're doing.
Yep. So not everyone understood this for a while, and in fact, for a long time, there was a mysterious and supernatural, potentially alien nature to it.
Whoa.
Quite a few UAP sightings have been dismissed as occurrences of atmospheric ghost lights. And notice I didn't say UFOs because UAPs is the new name.
I gotta be woke about fucking aliens now. Are you kidding me? It's too far. It's too much, you guys. What is a UAF? What does it stand for?
UAP?
What? Oh yeah. See, I already fucked it up. What's a UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, I read an article the other day that said a non-human person. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That means my dog. He's people.
Non-human, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's people's, but he's not a human.
Oh, God. All right, hit me with the UAPs.
Hit me with the UAP.
Fire away.
All right, St. Elmo's fire is a luminous plasma created by corona discharge from masts, spires, chimneys, animal horns, and on the leading edges of planes.
Nice, love it.
In Japan, an effect called the Shiranui, or Shiranui.
Oh, we didn't do the On This Year in History, did we?
No, this is kind of a weird one. We'll get there.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Well, we're not going to do it this year in history. This is like a on this legends of histories.
Neat. Okay, cool.
On this global
pivot.
You could do a Professor Word on this global history.
On this rotation of history.
For sure.
We'll come up with something.
We'll figure it out. In Japan, an effect called Shiranui, which is also translated to unknown fire, is said to appear on the days of the noon moon.
Oh, the noon moon, you say.
Kaijitsu, the 29th or 30th day of the 7th of the lunisolar Japanese calendar, just when the wind is at its weakest. 1 to 2 oyabi, or parent flames, will light up on the surface of the ocean. These parent flames will then explode into thousands that can span up to 8 kilometers on the ocean surface.
What? The ocean's on fire?
Yeah, the ocean's on fire. It happens in the middle of the night between the hours of like 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. at like the lowest tide. So it's not like the sun is there to make it look like it's...
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. In Saskatchewan, it's the St. Louis light. In Missouri and Oklahoma, it's the spook light. In Marfa, they literally call it the Marfa lights down in Tejas.
Let's just talk about this for a second. It's in Saskatchewan, it's the St. Louis light, but not in Missouri.
St. Louis,
yeah,
it's the spook light.
Fuck.
It's sorry, I said that wrong. In Missouri and down in Oklahoma, it's the spook light.
You know, what's funny is like the only people who say like Missouri are from the middle of nowhere in
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I had to learn how to say Miami because it's like a town in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's not Miami.
No, because it's the Miami tribe, not the Miami tribe.
Correct.
Yeah. In Thailand, they call it the Naga Fireballs. The Upper Michigan Peninsula calls it the Paulding Light. In Norway, it's the Hessdalen Light.
So many names.
Given these occurrences happen in humid areas, it should come as no surprise that a bunch of fucking Brits saw these floating over bogs and thought to themselves, well, that looks like the will-o'-the-wisp. There are a few popular names for this occurrence. Will-o'-the-wisp, Ignis Fatui, which is Latin for foolish flame, Friar's Lantern, Hinkypunk, Onibi, Hitodama, Irrlicht, which is translated to wandering light. I could go on, but I'm not gonna. These lights were often seen as wandering spirits of the dead, or pranks of fairies, or the works of devils, or as portents of death, or as markers to point out where be buried treasure. And in those cases, it's either the spirit of the treasure itself, or it's the spirits of human bodies buried with the grave goods. In Mexico, the lights were witches who transformed into the lights, or they were indicators of where gold was hidden, and it could only be uncovered with the help of children's. I don't know.
Sounds a little pedophilic if you ask me. Come here, little boy. Crawl down in that hole for that there gold.
See that light floating off around her? We're going to go all the way out there.
I'm looking for treasure.
If you're real good, I'll give you peace.
The little boy's booty hole is the treasure. Fucking pervs.
That's how the light showed up.
Ding dong.
They lit their farts on fire way out yonder.
Come here, let me show you something.
That's the farting spot. That's how they know where it is. Yeah. They can point out to it because they see it's happening already. In Louisiana, the feu follet was a soul sent back from the dead as God's penance, and it would attack people for vengeance.
Get back down there.
Sometimes it was mostly harmless mischief, and other times it was vampiric, sucking the lives out of little children.
Yeah, why is it always kids? What the fuck?
It wasn't sucking the life; it was sucking their blood. Just
sucking something is bad
sucking
enough.
something.
I don't
Yeah.
care what it's sucking. Stop.
Don't
it.
suck kids. That's weird.
Yeah, thank you. That's the PSA we were getting at.
So a lot of times it was like kind of known to be the soul of a child who had died before their baptism, because obviously, you know, what is it? The nether regions. Hey,
did we dunk that baby? Nah, fuck it. Send it back.
We don't want it.
That's a bad baby. Send it
but
back.
it was gonna be baptized, so we don't want it down here. Nope, you can't be in heaven. You can't be in hell.
Shush.
In Portuguese, the bostata was a fiery serpent with flaming eyes that left it blind by day, but able to see all, like the fucking eye of Sauron at night.
Interesting.
The bostata was a great serpent, a cave anaconda, who survived a huge flood. called a great deluge. The snake would slither around, and he ate from the corpses left behind, only eating the most delicious parts for the Boshtata, which was...
The penises.
I think that would make this take a very different turn if we want to, like, where we're going with this. Remember that. We can do alternate universe where this is the penises for sure.
Oh, old religions are all so phallic. I just thought that's where we were going.
The Boshtata really liked the eyes.
Oh.
The
Boshtata sounds like slang for some sort of body part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck yeah. The collective light from the eyes the snake ate created the fiery gaze. Of course, if it was a dick, it'd be a glowing dick.
Wow.
You know, the collective...
Can't have it all, I guess.
The collective joy and energy, I guess, from all the collected dicks.
It's a lot of dick energy.
Magic dick energy.
No, there's no such thing.
Yep. In Argentina and Uruguay, this is one of their most important and long-lasting myths, and they call it luz mala. It's called evil light. It's feared, and it usually only happened in rural areas. So it's like always kind of these... You'll never guess what happened to my cousin.
Never.
In literature, the will-o'-the-wisp represents hopes or goals that will lead one on but are impossible to ever achieve. It can also represent something one finds strange or sinister. Wisps are sticks of paper, or sticks or paper used as a torch, hence the name Will-o'-the-Wisp or Will of the Torch. Will Smith is a very legendary character. So Will was a wicked blacksmith who was given a second chance by St. Peter at the gates of heaven.
I thought you meant the Fresh Prince Will Smith. I was like, wait, hold on.
Will Smith.
Yeah. You mean
Will Smith?
Uh-huh. Fresh Willie from Philly?
Sure. Let's picture his face as we tell this story, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
That's who I
So
thought
Will
you
Smith in a blacksmith's outfit.
I'm listening. I'm a little in awe still, but I'm listening.
He's a blacksmith, and he's wicked. He's given a second chance by St. Peter at the gates of heaven. But he leads such a bad life that he ends up being doomed to wander the earth.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
The devil provides him with a single burning coal with which to warm himself, which he then uses to lure foolish travelers into the marshes. Another version of the story changes the name to Stingy Jack, a ne'er-do-well, who, when the devil comes to collect his soul, tricks him into turning into a coin, so he can pay for his one last drink. When the devil obliges, Jack places him in his pocket next to a crucifix, preventing him from returning to his original form. Ooh. In exchange for his freedom, the devil grants Jack 10 more years of life.
Wow.
When the term expires, the devil comes to collect his due, but Jack tricks him again by making him climb a tree and then carving a cross underneath, preventing him from climbing down. In exchange for removing the cross, the devil forgives Jack's debt. However, no one as bad as Jack would ever be allowed into heaven. So Jack is forced upon his death to travel to hell and ask for a place there. The devil denies him entrance in revenge, but grants him an ember from the fires of hell to light his way through the twilight world, to which lost souls are forever condemned. Jack places it in a carved turnip to serve as a lantern.
Wow. The Legend of Jack Skellington. I did know that they used to use turnips instead of pumpkins.
Yeah.
But pumpkins are much easier to see. They're so much bigger.
Oh, for sure.
We got to go to the pumpkin patch. And get some big ones. Got to do some more decorating. It ain't fall without the pumpkins.
Mm-hmm. So in Gaelic communities, Halloween is also the festival of Samhain. And there was a time when, I want to say it's the spirit of Aus Sea, walked the earth. And they were said to either represent the little lanterns that people would make. They would put them on their windowsills or in their yards. They were said to either represent spirits and beings, or they were used to ward off the evil spirits. They were either to frighten during Samhain or for protection. The practice of carving vegetables began possibly in the British Isles, and it started with turnips or manglewurzels.
One more time.
Turnips or manglewurzels.
Mangle Wurzels. Who's naming these?
Manglewurzels. Mangle Wurzels.
No, I fully believe in your comprehension and reading abilities. I just want to know who's naming these things.
I don't fucking know, man. I'd have some notes. Mostly, I can't pronounce this. Change it.
It just sounds like nonsense.
I think it's a German type of root vegetable, I guess.
Yeah, well, that whole language is silly nonsense.
Yeah. For a while, they called it hobby lanterns because hobs are called they're household spirits that you can rid, they hang out in your house.
Okay.
But you can get rid of them by giving them a new set of clothing. Like, you present it as like your little offering and they'll leave. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll kind of stay, and I guess they're grumpy. But most of the time, they're kind of...
This is where J.K. Rowling got the lore for house elves.
Literally, hobbies.
Yeah.
That's literally hobby lanterns. Hobby Dobby.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Master has given Dobby some fresh clothes.
Dobby shall fuck off now.
Exactly. Yes, and because this is something that they knew about in, like, English lore and stuff, it was probably something that she had just grown up with knowing. Nothing that she came up with was original in any way.
Nothing that anybody comes up with is original in any way.
No, it's all
Every
retelling
idea is
of
recycled or inspired by another idea.
Yep.
That's how it works.
The ignis fatuus, foolish flame, or giddy flame was written about no earlier than the 16th century in German.
Did you say the guinea flame?
Giddy.
Oh,
I'm giddy.
like the racist Italian flame? What is happening?
I think my favorite name for it is Hinkypunk.
More nonsense.
I know, it makes absolutely no sense at all.
Like, it sounds like the things in where the wild things are.
Yes. Yep, for sure. Let's see. In Switzerland, children would leave bowls of milk or cream out for the mythical home spirits
For the stray cats.
called Jack of the Bowl. This would happen like on, I think it was like All Hallows Eve or whatever. And then the Celtic Americans brought the root carving tradition with them when they came over on the boats.
Never carving potatoes.
Carving potatoes, carving the pumpkins.
Carve up some squash if you want to, but carve the potatoes if you must.
We got to carve the acorn squashes.
Lordy.
Ugh. Yeah, that's the history of the jack-o'-lantern.
I love a good jack-o'-lantern, but to think that the Celts were just carving up vegetables left and right, just throwing little tea lantern, little candles in them, little wicks.
Yeah, a lot of the lore has it as like embers and like coals and stuff, like the coals of hell that will never go out or whatever. But obviously, candles are much.
Look at that spooky turnip. Boo.
In researching this, there's a lot of Wikipedia, like a lot of every quote that every time that a lot of this was pulled from Wikipedia. Don't come at me. Fuck off. But a lot of the pictures were like turnips and rutabagas and shit that were all carved into weird little things. And
look at this potato. It looks like my mother-in-law. Ha 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 ha. Been watching so much Home Improvement lately. It's just Tim Allen not stop making jokes about his nana, like his wife's mom. Such a trope. It's so funny.
Yeah,
History of the jack-o'-lantern. That's fun. I like that one a lot.
Yep.
We're about to make some of them there jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
Around these parts here soon.
This is going to come out in kind of the beginning of October, so I figured.
Well, that's
know
perfect.
your jack-o'-lantern lore, ladies.
Yeah, and send pictures of your lanterns, of your jack-o'-lanterns to wellbehavedwomanpodcast@gmail.com, because we just want to see your lanterns.
Yeah. Or like
any vegetables that you feel like carving, in fact.
Yeah.
If you feel like being a weirdo and carving up some potatoes or some radishes and making them look like people, we want to see them. And maybe I'll do some too to...
Yeah, fucking tag us in your Insta posts and whatever, and we'd love to see them.
'Tis the season.
You can't get turnips big enough to carve anymore.
Sure you can. You just gotta look in the right place.
Not at the grocery store. You can't just like
Maybe not.
go to King Soup.
Carve an onion. King Soup's got some pretty big onions. We carve some onions.
You're getting better onions than I am. Our onions here are like down Springs way.
Get the Costco onions. That's what you really need.
Yeah, I don't have a
Costco's.
kitchen big enough to be able to justify the cost of Costco memberships. Literally
You'd be surprised.
the only thing that we would actually be able to like get in bulk and have the space to store would be toilet paper. That's it.
I mean,
We've had this conversation many times because I want.
yeah, but
want
I was
one
just
so
there
badly.
yesterday, and I think about it every time somebody says that to me, and because I used to think the same thing, and then after I went there a few times, I was like, oh, yeah, no, this place is great.
It's amazing.
They have clothes, they have light bulbs, batteries.
I know I fully
like,
want a membership for sure. I have been the one asking to say, hey, can we please do this? But it is reasonable that like we cannot justify the cost with how tiny our place is.
Oh, that's fine. I'm a Costco stan, so
for sure.
I'm always pumping that membership.
I used to work with some people at the cannabis shop who would legit like wear those Kirkland signature sweatshirts, and someone had some Kirkland slides, and he was so proud of those fuckers.
My
Wear them all
like
the time.
fall jacket that I have is a Costco Kirkland. It's from Illinois Costco, which is funny because it has like little deers on the buttons. I find it hilarious.
That's cute.
Well, I mean, like I would consider Colorado, having lived in both states, Colorado, I think to me is much more of like an outdoorsy hunting type of a state.
Yeah.
But they don't have that like stereotypical like deer and like animal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Illinois is trying so hard to be like, yeah, we hunt deer. Look at this sweatshirt. It's got deer all over it.
They want to be known for anything other than
And it's in the suburbs. Like
anything
it's
other
not
than being the home of Chicago,
so funny.
which is barely in the state.
But it is a comfy ass jacket, and I love it. I wear it all the time.
Nice. My mom sent a jacket to Gary for Christmas one year, and it was like way too big, so we went back, and he ended up getting like this. I went back and I traded it in for a vest for him, and now it's like one of his favorite things. All the time. Super puffy.
Yeah, moral of the story is if you can afford it, Costco's great.
Hell yes. I stand Costco. All right. This has been a show.
It's another fucking episode. It was a shorty.
Zombie Hannah will be back soon, hopefully.
We're working on little shorts with Big B, too. Big B's little shorts, whatever we end up calling it.
Yep. And we're going to get our Patreon going. I definitely want to like just go ahead and make some stickers and
Easy peasy.
yep. We can do something like a fucking Sunday evening chat along or whatever.
Raccoon Sanctuary, Pod Lab Studios.
Hell yes. I like it. TM, trademark. There we go. Copyright.
We'll have our little mascot will be like a raccoon with headphones on.
And a little shirt that has a pink A on it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please draw this up?
I will get cracking.
Thank you. I really want to see it now.
Mm-hmm. Concept art incoming.
Anyway, yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Peace.